Hola, cage fighting connoisseurs. This is KidNativeBloodyElbow.com, joined once again by the inevitable, the ineffable, the ineluctable Eugene S. Robinson, author of Fight Everything You Ever Wanted. And look at this. Look at this disrespect I'm getting today.
Yeah, you know what? You know what?
And
you
look at the
know what?
merch. Look at the merch at Sorrow Academy. What do we
Oh, I
got
know.
on sale, Eugene?
The Rao Academy has come up in the world. He's got his gis, he's got his little shirts, all printed up in Pakistan, funding terrorist insurgents.
Are you getting any freebies?
Let's ask him. He's right here. Coach Leopoldo Sorrao, am I getting anything free here?
Yeah, you're doing a show from here.
Yeah, he says the show he lets me do for free. all of this
Very
nice,
generous.
all this nice gear. But you ever notice something about this gear? Yeah, it's got a red band around the arm. It's black and it's red, and it's got a red band around the arm. What's missing here outside of the swastika?
Maybe some kind of neo.
Hey, we got Nazis in the first 30 seconds. Do we get credit for that?
I think I give you credit for that. I
Yeah.
certainly, we're well on our way.
He believes Hitler went to Brazil or Argentina after the war as well. So
What about Paraguay?
Paraguay, no.
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 What you can mingle into Paraguay? That's documented. That's not conspiracy.
He sent me articles. This is widely believed in Brazil.
I see. So they just look down on Paraguay, don't they?
All I know is that the slang word for penis in Brazilian Portuguese is Peru.
Is that for like a big hard one or a limp little one?
When you use the slang Peru for penis, huh? Peru. It's spelled different than the country, but it sounds the same. Is it for a little one or a big one? He just said general.
I see. General.
There you've got your Portuguese lesson for today.
So much learning. And you know what else we need? Because this is the Care Don't Care preview for UFC Stockholm, aka UFC Fight Night 109, aka UFC Gustafsson versus Teixeira. We need a disclaimer, Eugene.
Crybabies, bedwetters, malingerers, work-shy individuals, greedy bread gobblers. What am I leaving out? I think that's close enough. This has less to do with your skills and talents as a human being or a fighter, and much more to do with the marketing heft and weight that WMEIMG, your overlords, have put behind you. You want to get from the don't care list to the care list. Simple mathematics. Fight an exciting fight. Until then, don't come crying to us, bedwetters.
And the first clue should be: are you on the UFC Stockholm card? Because that tells you. They do not care about you. No, I mean, if you're from Sweden or Europe, fine, makes sense. If you're, say, Ben Saunders flying over there,
isn't Ben Saunders a friend of Bloody Elbow?
Oh yeah, he's a poster. He's a community member in good standing at Bloody Elbow, and does not seem to be favored by WME. That's my take.
He probably in this conclave that they just had, he probably performed poorly.
He probably had to miss it, I would say.
There's lots of room for advancement for young men who know how to use their headband.
That's homophobic. That's hate speech, Eugene.
Whatever, man. It's not hate speech. You're the one who inferred that I was just doing my Liberace.
I see. Well, let's dive right into it, because this card happens Sunday. For you, it's going to be Sunday morning, 7 a.m. start time.
Oh, it sucks so bad.
10 a.m. for the main card. It's going to be on Fox Sports 1, too.
And Fox Sports 1 also, or Fox Sports 1 and Fox Sports 2?
No, it's on Fight Pass and Fox Sports 1 only.
Fight Pass and Fox Sports 1. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
notation. All right.
There's 2 fights on Fight Pass to start with. And this is, again, at 10 a.m. Eastern time in the U.S., 7 a.m. Pacific time.
I have to say I slightly cheated, and I peeked at this card, and we're about to enter into a bloodbath. So let's go.
Yeah, before we go, I'm going to say that you're going to have 3 cares, and that's being generous.
Yeah, you're being generous. All right, let's go.
Yes. So first up, lightweights, Marcin Held.
Which of course has every fucking commenter like, poised to say, how could you miss? How could you sleep on? Know what? No, I'm actually paying attention for this one, and I'm telling you, if I don't care, it's the reason for it. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, there could be some guys that are hyped, but again, hype does not equal a care, because we're old crusties, And we are from Missouri, as it were, metaphorically, and we care when we've seen it in the octagon.
And also, WME we've now figured out the secret sauce is revealed on Knuckle Up, and that's it. You know, they take fighter, you know, take a guy, an unsung guy at 7-2, 8-1, and they figure this guy, if he knows what side the bread is buttered on, comes in and fights his ass off, tries to move from don't care to care. But you know, this is not post. So
that's correct. That's correct. So show me. That's what we're saying. Show me
the money. So
do you care about Marcin Held versus Damir Hadzovic?
Yeah, you know what? I almost care about Marcin Held because of the whole Polish thing, but I'm so disappointed in Jotko, and my ass is still hurting from that I'm going to have to say I don't give a fuck.
Wow. All right. Well, I don't either. So I almost care about Held, like you say.
No, I mean, you established. Listen, people out there who are getting poised to give me shit for this. I want to see. Can I get your phone number so I can call you at 7 a.m. on Sunday to see if you're up watching Marcin Held fight Yabadoo? No,
hey, that's racist. That's
what
racist.
Yabba Dabba do? I don't know the guy's fucking name. I could have said Shamalama Ding Dong. There's no race involved.
Hadzovic. Which is more racist, me brutally mispronouncing his name, or you mocking him?
You.
Me.
Yeah, you're still stinging from the if I did it last night. Oh, look at all these malefactors. James Brown, Chuck Berry.
Hey, I started with the Beatles,
black guy,
Rolling Stone, Led Zeppelin. Come on.
That's true.
And I didn't even put Michael Jackson in there. That's usually my number 2 go-to.
Michael Jackson's a white guy.
Hey. I mean, we'll take him.
Yeah.
Pedophile pills and all, you know.
Jesus juice.
Because, you know, in 50 years, nobody's going to give a fuck about who Michael diddled, but they're still going to be listening to Off the Wall. I guarantee you.
I don't understand your line of argumentation here.
Well, I'm just saying. What do you mean?
Years, nobody will remember Hitler. They'll just remember those great freeways.
Hitler didn't make any great paintings. That's the difference. Hitler just killed people, and his paintings sucked. But the good art is going to live on, and nobody cares.
People pay a lot of money for his paintings now.
Well, because of the name, because of their Nazis.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on. Do you care about Marcin Held?
No.
Okay,
he's 1-3 in his last 4 fights.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, welterweight Darren Till versus Jason Ayari.
Do not give a fuck.
Me neither. Sorry, guys. All right, now we move to Fox Sports 1, and this section of the card will commence at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. So you could probably cheat and watch Fight Pass while you watch the later fights, Eugene, if you want to get those extra minutes, those extra winks. Welterweight Nico Musoki versus Bohan Velocevic.
I don't give a shit.
Nope, me neither. And there's no need to work blue, Mr. Red Fox.
You know what? I'm too good for that.
You just gonna let me compare you to Red Fox and just let that slide?
I know, that's all right. Hey, see, I think a guy I used to work with over there.
Uh-oh.
He's walking through the park. He looks happy.
Andy Grove?
No, Andy Grove is dead. I really like that
Steve
guy.
Jobs?
No, yeah, you're right, man. I gotta check. If you start seeing more than 2 people that you know are dead, that means you're dead.
Well, what if they're pretending to be homeless people?
Grandpa, what are you doing?
Eugene, you could be cracking the case wide open. What if they're pretending to be homeless people because they overreacted to some European antitrust investigation, faked their own death, and are now acting like Vincent the Chin Gigante and wandering the streets of Palo Alto in bathrobes?
Well, you know, game recognizes game. I can count the number of times I've wandered the streets of Palo Alto in my gray bathrobe. I'd have many times.
I see. All right, moving right along.
And I really raise it to an art when I get on that girl's bike to go down to the grocery store in the bathrobe.
Did you ever understand why girls' bikes are the ones that have the lower bars? Because, you know, the higher bar is like the perfect place to rack yourself.
Crack your fucking nuts. I know. I can't figure that out.
I don't either. All right. So this is one I predict you're going to care. So I shouldn't have said that because you'll deliberately backstab me. I know you. Lightweight, Joaquim Silva versus Reza Madadi.
Sorry, man. Madadi.
You know what? Madadi?
No, I care about Madadi, but it's not enough. It's not enough to have one guy on the card that you care about based on. Look, let me explain the thinking to you. I'm still pretty jazzed from last week, or whenever that was. Yeah, last week. Still pretty jazzed, and I'm super cautious about people ruining my high.
I see. So you get
You're
selected.
You're asking me to put a lot of faith in Madadi because I'm not knowing the guy he's fighting against necessarily. Oh, how could you not know Zibbity Ding Dong? Fuck that, man. I don't care. Sorry, I can't take any chances.
I see. Silva is undefeated though, 9-0. He's 2-0 in the UFC, and I believe Madadi is being fed to him because he's 3-3 in the UFC. So I care, and I'm picking Silva.
All
so
right. You're okay. So
watch and learn. Watch and learn, my friend.
Where's Silva? Where's Silva from?
Brazil. Come on.
From Brazil. Imagine that.
Name's Silva.
What's his first name? What's his first name?
Joaquim. I didn't ask Sarah how you say.
I am. No, it's Joaquim. Joaquim Silva. Yeah, you know him? He doesn't know him.
I see. Ask him, is that the right way to say it? Do you say Joaquim in Brazilian Portuguese?
Yeah. Say it again. His first name? Joaquim.
Joaquim. Okay, so Joaquim.
Joaquim.
All right, so now here's one I don't care about. Middleweight, Trevor Smith versus Chris Camozzi.
Here comes the high stepper. Murderer.
What
Come
does
on,
that
you gotta
mean?
dig deep to make. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm on an island here. Hey, man.
You are on an island, Eugene.
Aina Camozzi. Hot stepper.
Oh, you make this joke every time and I never get it.
Yeah, okay. I don't care.
I don't either. I would like Camozzi to drop 3 straight and get it out of the UFC, but that's
And Sarao, he says he don't fuck care. So
he don't fuck care. That is, a man of few words, but they're elegant and pithy.
Yep. There he is. Look at him.
Look at him. Just handling those T-shirts he's not sending me. Is he packing my box of freebies?
Yeah, he's homeless.
Tell him I wear a large in shirts.
Hey, he wants a shirt. He says he wears a large.
Medium if it's long.
He says you come to pick it up. You got it.
I see. I shudder to think what I have to go through to earn it. All right.
You got to roll with me.
Yeah, that's not fair. You're too old. All right. Bantamweight. Pedro Munhoz and Damian Stasiak.
I don't give a shit.
Me neither. Sorry, guys.
Bing, bing, bing.
And now we move on to the main card, which is also on Fox Sports.
I want everybody to understand exactly what's happening. There's our tote sheet. See that?
No fuck cares. No cares given. That's Yeah. All right. So middleweight, Jack Hermansson versus Alex Nicholson.
Almost, but not quite, because of Hermansson, but not quite, man. I'm not going to do it.
I don't care either. I'm sorry. The guy's nickname is the Joker, but no.
Yeah. My nickname is Big Penis. Who cares?
Self-awarded.
That's true. Nobody else calls me that.
Welterweight, Oliver Enkamp versus Nordine Taleb.
Almost because of Nordine, but not quite, man. Because now we're talking about the time I should be rolling into jiu-jitsu on Sunday. So
I see. Are you going to miss jiu-jitsu for this?
Nope.
That says it all. Yeah, no, I can't go with I can't care about this either. I mean, this is going to be a 15-minute show if you don't start blabbing about something. All right. Welterweight, Abdul Razak Alhassan versus Omari Akhmedov.
Almost, but not quite.
Are they putting 2 Dagestanis against each other? Where are these cats from?
Unlike Brazilians,
Ghana. Alhassan is from Ghana. That's kind of exotic.
Oh crap! Hold on.
I'm going to accuse you of racism if you care about the black guy.
No, not because they're Ghana, but one of those cats, I've seen him fight before, and he's actually really good.
It's not Nagao, because he's big time.
Say it again. Who is it?
Nagao.
Nagao? Oh, yeah. You're masquerading Nagao. Okay. No, I care.
Come on, that guy's way too big to be on this card.
No,
but this guy, Judo Thunder, they call him.
Yeah, no, I care. I care because Nagao's name is one for a couple of reasons.
7-0 with 7 knockouts.
Yeah. He's his name is entering the conversation in that division.
Color me intrigued, but it's still not a care.
That's a care for me. So I got
you're breaking the rules of the show, Eugene. You're supposed to be old and sage and salty, and show me. And all you've got is hype. You're going for hype, Eugene.
Let's look at the card for a second.
This is sad.
Let's look at the card.
I'm watching you buying wolf tickets.
Look at your column there, and it says Silva.
Who
no one really gives a fuck about.
And you write the wrong name down. It's Alhassan.
No, I said Nagao.
Nagao is not on this card.
What the fuck are you just saying? Who's fighting who?
I told you who you were thinking of, and Nagao is way too big to be in this card. That's what I'm telling you.
You think that's pretty funny, fooling an old man, huh? What's next? What, are you gonna push my walker out of the way?
Eugene,
all right.
Just keep your eyes on red. You can catch that lady. Okay. Just lay your money down, Eugene.
So let's make believe that didn't happen. The last moment didn't happen. Who is fighting whom?
I told you, Abdul Razak Alhassan, aka Judo Thunder, which has me intrigued, from Ghana, 7-0 with 7 knockouts.
Yep.
Against Omari Akhmedov, who is Dagestani tough.
Yeah, I think I've seen the Ghanaian fight before. I think I have.
He doesn't have any fights on his Wikipedia entry, so.
God damn it! You know what? I can't take a flyer on this one. I don't care.
Okay, and
I got too many question marks. I'm clearly confused.
You are addled. I've been spending a lot of time at the assisted living facility with my mom, and I've seen your type, Eugene.
Yeah. Hanging around the old ladies.
Well, each of the dudes at the place that can talk.
10 ladies, yeah.
Has like 10 ladies. The poor guy with the stroke, he's got nothing.
It's like, hey, nothing. And guess who Eugene's going to be in the future? But
the poor guy with the stroke is the only black guy there, so he can blame racism. He can claim it's racism. But I guarantee you, if he could talk, those ladies would not care, or some of them wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are deeply crazy racist. That's. Yeah,
man, it's man, this is just the future. A guy I know died, right? Like 2 days ago.
I've known a guy that died too. But
go ahead. His name was Marsh McCall. He was a showrunner. He was from what was that show with David Spade, Talk Radio, and Joe Rogan?
Was David Spade on that? I thought The Liar replaced Phil Hartman on that. David Spade wasn't on Talk Radio.
I don't know. You know the show I'm talking about.
I don't.
He started with Conan O'Brien, then he did Talk Radio, then he did My Big Fat Greek Wedding. He's a hot shit producer at Sony. He's started here in Palo Alto. He used to do music reviews for the Peninsula Times Tribune. And I went to L.A. He invited me to L.A. At one point, and he was producing at that point My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And he says, lightning struck. I got the head writing gig on Conan O'Brien. It made my bones. I'm willing to, pay it forward. So I go down. He has me on the lot, takes me out to lunch there at Sony or Paramount, maybe, I don't remember. And during the meet, I said, "Well, glad you have me. I got a treatment, because presumably that's what we were there for." So I put the treatment on the table and I push it across, and he recoils like
what kind of treatment?
For a sitcom about bouncers.
Oh, a treatment. Okay. Yeah, I thought you were like talking like a medical treatment.
No, treatment, Hollywood style. It was a pilot for a sitcom about bouncers, and he recoils like I put my penis on the table or a snake, and he goes, "You know what? I can't touch it." He goes, "If we by some strange chance should be working on something in parallel, you would have grounds to sue. I can't. And I said, I'm not asking for a handout. I'm asking for a hand. He goes, yeah, well, there are channels that you could go through, and I'm like, okay. Because let's go back to my office. We'll talk about other things. We'll go back to his office. His wife shows up. Clearly, she's class inconsistent, by which I mean never at any other point than when he was a famous producer would he have been able to secure the interest of a woman like this. But it's clear to me that she hates him.
Class inconsistent. I think there's a more elegant way to say that.
I meant cast.
Cast inconsistent.
Yeah, cast inconsistent. You got to look at the guy's dating history his whole life, and then all of a sudden there's this massive uptick. Come on, So
I ain't calling her a gold digger. That's
whatever, man. So she clearly hates him. But dude died in his sleep 2 nights ago.
Huh. And not a bad way to go.
I have to say, at 52, honestly,
pretty young.
Yeah, I'm actually disturbed and bothered by it. So
well, it's sad, and probably like when people wondered why is Bob Hope so upset by Bing Crosby's death, he didn't give a fuck about the guy. It's because that's when Bob realized he was going to die. You're probably confronting your own mortality, Eugene. Yep.
And remembering that he didn't lift a hand to help me.
Well, you can take the pins out of the voodoo doll now.
Ah, man, why would you say something like that?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know,
you know me too well.
I've gotten very careful about who I send bad thoughts at because my powers have terrified me. One time, a guy asked my girlfriend out in college, and it was a guy I knew, and I wouldn't have cared if he'd asked her out because we were kind of seeing other people, but he had to diss me to do it. And that really pissed me off. So I got some of my
but what do you mean? He had to, or he did?
He chose to.
He chose to.
He chose to.
Could have just swooped without the person.
He could have asked her out. I wouldn't have cared. I would have been like, cool, I've been looking to go out with somebody else. Anyway, this will give me a free night. Thanks,
dude.
You know,
what did he say about it?
Something like, dump Nate. He's a loser. Like, you know.
Oh, that's dirty pool.
It was chicken shit. And so I got like 2 of my big goon friends. And I've noticed that all my friends are giant goons all my life. I don't know why, but it's a survival thing that I've just unconsciously done. And we caught him in the elevator and worked him over a little bit. But then he was hit by a bus on his bicycle and paralyzed in one arm. And I really felt guilty that I had caused that with my bad thoughts. It was my bad thoughts, Eugene. I'm telling you.
Hey, this chick I used to go out with, she was walking down the street and a meter maid got hit by a car. And her first reaction was, ah! And she felt like, I'm going to hell.
I mean, yes, that's
that's pretty bad.
Keep that to yourself. Like, you know, at least you didn't take to social media. And hopefully she rendered aid, right?
I don't think she did.
Yeah, well, okay. So maybe she is an awful person and should go to hell. I mean,
I was there for other reasons. I wasn't there to pass.
Okay, I see. Yes. Isn't that a terrible feeling when you realize that you're with an awful person just for all the wrong reasons and that they're really awful, almost scary awful?
Well, you know what? I have a new 2-step thing. I want all my guys to tell my guy friends to tell me, oh, this chick is so hot. I say, go out to dinner with them, and the first hour, say nothing. I mean, don't sit there like a creepy dummy, but, you know, aid and abet the conversation. But it's their time. It's their,
focus on listening.
Yep. And I guarantee you, very few make it through that. I mean, I think of the number of women I've met over the last fucking 30, 40 years, you know, I'd say a sizable percentage of the ones I ended up spending time with could make it through that hour having me be super engaged. But there's some where I'm just like, what the hell was I thinking?
But what if she's a great listener?
Right. That's right. I was thinking.
Well, what if she's a great listener, Eugene? Because honestly, a lot of the relationship is, does she enjoy listening to my bullshit? Because I enjoy listening to my bullshit.
Yeah, you can't be suckered by that. I see guys out in dates and the guys are holding the table and the woman is just like, listen. And it's like, man, you need to look at her, take a real good look at her face. She doesn't give a fuck about what you're talking about. You know, she's waiting to see if you're going to blow it so she can make other plans for, you know, possible sex partners on Friday night because you've already fucking put a big coffin nail in your chances, you know.
Cynical. Very cynical, Eugene. Cynical. Yes.
All right, so moving on.
Now, welterweight, Peter Sobotta versus Ben Saunders.
I'm sorry, he's a friend of yours, but he's not necessarily a pal of mine.
I see. The friend of Knuckle Up is non-transferable to Bloody Elbow community members in good standing.
Other way.
Yes.
Friend of Bloody Elbow doesn't mean you're automatically a friend of Knuckle Up. I mean, do you care about this fight?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, dude, because Sobotta has some juice on his own. He's only lost 1 fight in the UFC, and he's got like 4 wins. And then, of course, I care about Ben. And Ben brings the violence. I'm not like giving him a charity.
You're right. But that, you know, for me, that means I have to interrupt my role to kind of, you know, turn the computer on. I don't know. No, I don't care, man. Sorry, I'm gonna stick with it.
I mean, Ben is
however, this should
5-1 in his current UFC run.
This should come with a proviso, and the proviso is I have no doubt that he's gonna fight an entertaining fight. But honest to God, if you're gonna ask me the next day or that later on that night, if I went into it caring, based on the standard of, hey Eugene, get me a beer, I'm getting up and getting the guy the beer if that's where I'm going anyway.
So you're the guy everybody asks to get up and get their beers?
No, did I tell you about Cameron Earl at one time? We watched a fight.
This is the rapey guy?
The guy who was in prison.
Convicted rapist, so we can say it.
Yeah, convicted rapist, 25 years to life.
And I heard he didn't wash his gi.
I don't remember that as much as I remember. I remember him double arm barring me in a miserable fashion, and then I remember him in the middle of a fight asking a buddy of his to get him a beer, and his buddy was sitting on the couch. He looks at him like, I'm sitting on the couch. He goes, I said, get that beer. And then fucking the guy got up and got the beer, and I was like, I ain't hanging out here anymore. I'm a grown adult male. I'm not fucking a butler. You know,
Yeah.
you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I will shoot you in the fucking breezeway, you know?
Exactly.
So that's when I stopped hanging out with a convicted rapist.
Before he was convicted, you didn't
Yes.
know. You didn't know how, because that guy was scum. I mean, Christmas morning rapist.
Yeah,
Break home invasion.
I guess I should write an article about him.
Yeah, you should. That's, yeah. There's some clicks there. There's some clicks in that creepy rapey. All right. Now, this is a co-main event. Light heavyweight. Volkan.
I'm gonna call it, actually, it just came to me. I'm gonna write it today. I'm gonna call it My Coach the Rapist. And then, of course, everybody will think it was Sarau, and then I'll leave it to the last paragraph to reveal that it was Cameron Earl. I'm actually writing that down.
The depths we sink to get our kicks, Eugene.
Now I got a quota, man.
Let's see. All right, so light heavyweight, Volkan Oezdemir versus Misha Cirkunov.
Almost because of Cirkunov, but these are not quite. I know the formula now, especially knowing the formula.
I care because Cirkunov beat Nikita Krylov, submitted him.
I know.
And he's 4-0 in the UFC. And he also beat that Ion Kutalaba guy that was so hyped.
Yeah, I remember this. And it was he's a...
And this will be at a reasonable hour. I mean, by this point, it will be...
Yeah, I like Cirkunov. I do. And I would pick him.
It'll probably be 11 a.m. by the time this happens on the West Coast. So
okay, so that's my first care on the card.
Actually, with 6 fights, it'll probably be more like noon by the time that happens. All right. So now...
Are you gonna pick Cirkunov, or
I'm picking Cirkunov.
Okay, good. All right.
Are you picking Cirkunov?
I am.
Stealing my pick. Is there no depth you want to sink to?
I wrote it before you even said it.
You did not. That's not.
Ask Sarau.
No, Sarau wasn't even watching your antics. Your japes.
My jackanapes. He was. He was right here.
All right. Yeah. So I don't know anything about this Oezdemir guy. He's a blank slate.
Whatever. All right.
So now I believe that somebody else was supposed to fight that fight. Yeah. No. No, it doesn't say anything about a substitute. I don't know who this cat is. All right. So now we come to the main event. Light heavyweight, Alexander Gustafsson versus Glover Teixeira. And are these guys...
Christ, we're at the main event.
We're at the main event. And you had one care?
Before he disappears. Yeah, I care about the main event. Gustafsson against Teixeira. Who wins? Yeah, Glover Teixeira. He don't. It'd be a good fight, but he don't fuck no.
He don't fuck no. That's pretty astute.
Yeah, Saturday. Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. He doesn't know. He's knitting his brow.
I see. Knitting his brow. Is that different than kneading his brow? Is kneading when you rub your hand on it, and knitting is when you...
This is kneading, and this is knitting.
I see. That's good. That's good. So, is Teixeira in the Lost Battalion just by virtue of being on this card?
No, because of Rumble? No. This guy's a formidable fucking...
by being on this card, is this a clue that they think?
You mean like my Lost Battalionage
getting sent to Stockholm?
My Lost Battalionage of Bellator last night. No. You got to represent Scandinavia for a little bit, and Gustafsson. If you're not watching to see where his head is at, in a pretty significant way since the Rumble, this masking, this is a fight that's less significant for itself and more about what it means about the immediate future, say, for light heavyweights, right?
Yeah, I mean, these cats are ranked. Yes, ranked.
I mean, it's pretty serious. It is a total very serious, right? I mean, does Johnny Boney Joni beat DC and therefore then suddenly abandon light heavyweight because there's nothing left here for me? Does he get beaten by DC? DC retires, and then he bumps around trying to get, I don't know, doing what? I mean, you are made by your competitors.
These are the 1 and 2 ranked guys in the division. Of course, that's with John Jones being off the rankings because drugs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
So,
s- so who you
you know,
picking?
the funny thing about the whole Johnny Bonigioni thing and all of DC's super effective riposte is that no matter what he says, and I'm talking about
He being DC or he being
he being
Jones?
either of them, no matter what anybody says about Johnny Bonigioni, no matter what anybody says about the fight, nobody always says, none of us, not even in our heart of hearts, if we're honest with ourselves, can comfortably admit that we fully expect that fight to happen.
We don't expect DC versus Jones 2 to happen.
I don't think that we think.
I think people. I've given up on it. I mean,
yeah, right. I think that Johnny Bonigioni has become a gift for non-fight related reasons. I don't think anybody says, "Man, that fight's gonna be great. I got my popcorn. I got pulling up my chair. I'm ready to get."
I bought my plane tickets.
Yeah, you know, none of us. We're waiting for extra fight shit to happen. Like the guy has displayed himself to not really be super concerned about
Well,
the
last
general
time
flow
didn't he
of his
make it
fucking
all the way
career.
to the day before the fight or something before he fucked
Yep,
up?
yep. So the thing is,
So-
if you're waiting, if you are waiting for a guy for the cage to lock before you're willing to believe that a fight that's going to happen is happening, you know, it's all what I've learned with this Oxbow record, the Thin Black Duke, is that it's all about the pre.
The build-up.
And, yeah, this is the first time that we've actually. I mean, we couldn't help it. If it's a 10-year long record, you can't fucking help it, right? But it's all about.
Were you really working on the record the whole 10 years?
No, of course not. Of course not. I mean, part of it was Joe Ciccarelli disappearing to record Morrissey, disappearing to record Jack White, you know. So disappearing to do a master class in the south of France for a bunch of rich kids. You know, and he kept saying, you know, you guys don't need me. Mix it with somebody else, but you're not getting out of this, bud. So we had him work on it from top to bottom. So his scheduling was a big deal, a big part of it. But I mean, the point is, it's the pre. And at this point in time, none of us, not a single person within the sound of my voice believes that we just can't. You can't believe. I mean, and that's a fucking weird place to be, man. You are a professional fighter who people don't believe will fight.
Which is more likely to happen? Jones versus DC actually happening or Mayweather McGregor?
No, I think Jones versus DC will happen because this is a guy who's not.
You just spent a long rant saying you didn't think it would happen.
No, I think he's finally been impressed with the enormity of where again, remember, lost battalionage has to do with awareness of place and space. I think he's highly fucking aware of exactly where he is right now. I think his brothers have told him.
Snorting coke off some stripper's ass?
I think, you know, how many more chances? You know? And at the same time now, you're seeing cats roll up in Rolls Royces. You're seeing cats doing TV commercials naked on the backs of horses. You're seeing cats signing movie deals while you are not selling the same or signing the same. Nah, man, you don't want to be that NBA player in 1975 watching all these cats come in and get rich while you used to be somebody, you know? No. I would hope that whatever demons he's got under enough control to realize this is it, man. This is it.
Yeah, if I was his manager, I'd have some rules for him. Like if it's after 11 p.m., no more than one white girl in the car at a time. That would be one rule.
Well, I'm not talking about white girl or black or whatever kind of girl. I think
I'm just saying.
I think he should actually steer clear of the fucking mini mart. That's what I'm thinking.
The mini mart, yes. I wouldn't have pot in the car. No pot in the car ever. And no rental cars. Why is he renting a car?
Well, he's got a driver now, or he's been taking Uber.
Stick with the driver and Uber.
But you know what? You know what? Again, man. You know, cats who want it act like they want it. You know.
But we need to get to this is all an elaborate way for you to avoid making a pick. In this fight today.
Yeah.
I'm on to your antics.
I am.
I like your hair, by the way. I think it's a great look for gliding into your golden years.
There you go. Thank you, man. It's you know.
You're just gonna let the golden years thing just slide.
Golden years. I'm okay with the David Bowie pick. I'm gonna pick Teixeira, and I'm gonna tell you what.
I got you. I'm getting Gustafsson all day.
Good, because for me to pick Gustafsson, there's no way I would have done it. For me to pick Gustafsson, I would have to believe his head is okay, and it's been long enough, and I just don't know. I don't fucking know.
He fought Cormier to a split decision and then beat Jan Blachowicz. So I think he's recovered from losing to Rumble, and Teixeira also got blown out by Rumble. 13 seconds is all Teixeira lasted.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so we got some action finally.
Yeah, and here's the thing: Teixeira's a grappler. He's ultimately a ground and pound guy. Really, he's got some okay stand up.
He's got. I'm thinking of the pit. I'm thinking about Hackleman. I'm thinking about his time with Chuck Liddell.
He hasn't trained with him in ages.
You don't know that.
I do know that. Well, I don't know that, but I'm pretty confident. I'm reasonably confident.
All right. Well, we got some action there. And but on this card,
you're not listening to my rationale. So, Teixeira's whole thing is that he talks striker, but really is a ground and pound guy. He's not getting Gustafsson down and beating on him. That is not. Gustafsson is way too well rounded, too hard to take down. Gustafsson's going to outpoint him. You think Teixeira's going to finish him?
I don't know about finish. I'm just going by vibe, man. I'm just and what you're asking me to do is just it's like, people like Dave Chappelle, give Trump a chance. Just inside, I don't feel like I can. I just can't. In other words, so,
I think I've given Trump plenty of chances, and he's fucked them all up.
And so Gustafsson, you're right. He the draw, and then but Blachowicz, but that's not Teixeira. And Teixeira, there's also fighting with that old dude Fury.
Yeah, but Gus went the distance with Cormier and got fight of the night and split decision. Did
he go to distance with Rumble?
Nobody went the distance with Rumble. Come on. He lasted like 6 times as long as Teixeira did. He lasted 2 minutes 15 seconds. That's considerably more than 13 seconds.
The thing is, whether my pick is right or wrong, I'm gonna win the prize for bold visionary.
For loquacious blabbermouth, maybe.
And plus, I can't. Yeah, I'm betting. Yeah, it's the old dudes. It's a club, man. It's a fucking union.
Gustafsson 30 now. Isn't that...
Fuck that guy.
Do you remember?
Guy who's 30 is complaining about aches and pains. I want to break his neck on the mat.
Yeah. I remember when I used to think 30 was old.
How old are you, man? Yeah, I'm 30.
Yeah, you're a kid. All right, so I believe that's our show, Eugene. That's all they got for us. How many cares did we end up with? You had one?
You had 3, and I had 2.
You had 2, so I was only off by 1. That's
people have been texting me during the whole show saying this whole card is a don't care for them. That's how much they cared. They cared to text me that they don't care.
Well, that's because they were stalking you, and they were probably sending. It was time to send you a penis pic, anyhow. Hey, Eugene,
they have an alarm on their phone.
Yeah. Eugene hasn't seen my new taint boil. I better send it along. Is this staff, Eugene? Is this
No, my favorite is the guys who send me, hey, check out my new watch. And then there's a picture of the guys watching, his cock is below. I go, why are you sending me this stuff, man? Just go be gay somewhere.
You should say, I don't even care about watches. I don't care about watches.
Right, watches are dead. They're dead items. I'm trying to sign a big sponsorship deal with watch companies because they're coming back.
Do you have an Apple Watch?
I do not.
I do not. I don't either. I thought they were stupid. My sister seems to enjoy hers.
But I will have an iPhone 8.
iPhone 8.
Yeah.
Are you going to be, if they start making you put your laptops in the luggage compartment, are you going to continue to fly with the laptop?
Well, the reason I fly with a laptop is so when I'm on tour, I can answer and be responsive to emails, right? This is where it doesn't work. So depending on if I let Sprint
Can you do that on your phone?
Exactly. If I let Sprint know I'm traveling, sometimes they give you a break on the roaming, and I can do that on my phone, and the laptop is actually sort of a pain in the ass. A lot of clubs you pull in, they used to have public computers, you can just sit down. They don't really, but they have office computers. You can log on and check your emails. I'd have to be trusting my laptop to the administrations of the baggage handlers and
TSA.
Yeah, TSA. So, I know guys who come back from Thailand and they, and the guys who say, could you open your laptop? Oh, yeah, sure. Could you turn it on? Could you show us go into your Sherlock and type in .jpeg, please? And I know a buddy who was like, cool, showtime. He was like, and here's this hooker that I found. And because the hookers he had were all overage. And about his fourth or fifth picture of a overage hooker, they were like, okay, you could close. No, wait. No, you can go, sir. Oh, but wait, you. And he's got a grass skirt on and like a fake coconut bra. And he's, you can go, sir. You can go, Larry. His name was Larry. You can go, Larry. Nah.
He's got one more tale to tell. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's our show. So Sunday, I won't be doing the 6th round, but Zane and Eddie will have it under control.
Zane. Yeah.
And Zane will have the MMA Vivisection tomorrow. And so subscribe to MMANation.com, MMA Nation on iTunes to get the audio without the ugly. Follow us on Twitter at KidNate, at Eugene S. Robinson. Buy the Thin Black Duke. Eugene, are the books still available? Do I still have a chance to get the limited edition?
The books are still available because I broke down and did what I said I wasn't going to do, and I ordered 100 more from Vilnius, Lithuania, and they should be here.
Whoa. I thought that was highly touted as an extremely limited edition with numbered copies.
Yeah, it was, but I just
come on.
No, see, you gotta understand. This was to fucking trick me.
This is an ethical breach.
No, you guys did.
This is fraud.
No, it was like the audience did it to fucking trick me. I said 300 limited only, and then I get in like 363 orders, right? So I'm 60. I got to either refund 363, and then it turns out I got the count wrong. So I actually I got the count wrong. I got 63 extra, and so people go, oh, okay, fuck, and they order a bunch more, and so now I got 37 that I can't fill, and so I said, fuck it, let me contact these guys. And I mean, it's point of sale. I got to get the exact order with the exact number, and they say,
be tough, Eugene, if you're going to tout a limited edition.
I'm holding it to 100. That's it. I will refund. Yes, 100 more. I will refund.
You realize you just stomped on the product by 25%.
Whatever, man. I can't. You're asking me to send back 37 times 25. I cannot do it. I just cannot do it. Can't bring myself to give that money back. So,
man, you're a short con artist.
In other words, those 37 people paid for the other 60. Oh, my bad with it.
Now you got to think in terms of the long con, Eugene. If you've got checks for a limited edition that's sold out, then you got to come out with something new that's limited edition. Let them have that. I'm tired of running back and forth to the post office. So when these go, and some guys have got into the grab bag thing because I complained about. They go, "Why are you being so?" I said, "I don't want. I got space. I need. My garage is full of shit. I gotta lighten the load." And they go, "Oh my God, what do you have in the garage?" I go, "I got lots of shit." He goes, "How about I go, "I'm not gonna do inventory, but if you pay for something, I will put together shit in a box." He goes, "What do you have?" I said, "I'm pretty sure I got tons of t-shirts. I have posters. I got Love That's Last. I got Narcotic Story CD. I got an Evil Heat vinyl." And the guy goes, "I'm going to send you $135. You fill a box for me and send it off." I go, shit, cool. Okay. That's the grab bag thing is cool. I empty the garage, but I'm really sick of going to the fucking post office. So I'm pretty much done with this. By the time we finish our US shows, maybe at the end of this year, I'm not selling. I need a break. Because nobody else in Oxbow is helping me with this. So it's Eugene. Do you share the money?
No, the money goes to printing up more. It's a zero-sum thing. So,
Isn't that what Jello Biafra said until he was proven
No. Those guys should have known that by looking at his house. A buddy of mine put the elevator in his house.
An elevator? Was that after he was stomped?
Yeah, he did.
Hey, I mean, the guy was stomped and crippled. Crippled-ish.
You know what? You don't ask skinheads for their fucking insurance because you're gonna sue them because they hurt their leg in the fucking pit.
It wasn't in the pit though. It was the band wasn't even playing when they stomped him.
Well, it was in the pit that he got hurt. He realized he was hurt. Then he comes up and says, "Yeah, you have insurance or something." And then they called him a fucking poser, and then they beat him up.
I see. Jello, man.
I mean, pretty much you have to. We went to see the Bad Brains, and I told you this story when I took my position. I went to some guys from New York hardcore, real old,
Isn't
OGs.
it past time for members of the black community like yourself to condemn the Bad Brains homophobia?
That was a long time ago. They've changed, man.
I see. Okay. Just checking.
If it was a crime,
they would have served their time.
So I take my place. I start we get out on the dance floor, and my buddies are going over to the. Where you going? So we're going over to the bar. They go, where are you going? I go, my rightful fucking place. I get elbow to the front, get in the front row. You know, the Bad Brains come out, start playing. I'm fucking windmilling. You know, I'm 47 at that time. I didn't give a. And my phone rings.
What a douchebag!
As I
Right.
between songs, I go.
You answer.
I answer. I go, well, because I can see it's them calling. I go, what? Are you all right? And they go, we're coming in. So all the New York hardcore cats all fucking bustle to the front. It's like, this is our place. This is our fucking place. So
Retirement Village. Retirement Village in the pit.
Fuck that, man. Fuck that. We invented it, you know. In fact, I met the guy who invented
Huntington Beach invented it. New York did not invent
I
it.
met the guy who invented the Huntington Beach strut. He makes a claim, and it makes a fully fucking legitimate claim. His name is Alan McDonald, had been the executive editor at Hustler for many years, but he has made the undisputed claim that he invented the Huntington Beach strut.
Well, there you go.
He was first generation LA punk rock.
Nice segue. Your name dropping overrode your defensiveness there, and you just totally just slid away.
Pretty
you knew you couldn't defend the claim that the New York hardcore invented slamming, so you just slid right in.
No. Of course not. They did. Everybody knows that. They did not.
Well, you did say we invented it.
No, in terms of the Bad Brains. Bad Brains were noteworthy in DC, but they didn't, all that shit they recorded was recorded primarily with Jerry Williams at the.
They blew up in New York. Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, Eugene. Well, any other plugs I need to work in?
That's it. Thin Black Duke, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, buy it.
He hasn't been erased yet, but we're watching him. We're watching him. I'm in touch with his label every day. So.
Me too.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. So, adios, MMA aficionados. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
All right, man. Later. Bye-bye.